I told you, keep your hands off.
I'm sorry. A word, if I may.
For you.
We're still trying to figure out a way to distract.
What do you think of this, Lady Piermont?
Not much, Georgie.
What do you think of this, lady?
Not much, George.
Are you sure?
Are you trying to get me drunk, you naughty, naughty?
Could I tempt you with it?
You could tempt me with many things, George, but a half-eaten rich tea.
Lady Piermont,
Oh, George, I don't. I'm terribly sorry.
how did you come to be working?
Wheresoever a bohemian. And what better way to help than to expose one's flesh to the sensuous brushstrokes of such a
So what have you been up to since?
charity work?
Oh,
Young men, George. So many have lost their way.
it was clear that Lady Piermont knew nothing about La Maledictio.
Would you like a sniff of this?
I'd rather not. Gives me 70s flash.
That's all for now. I'd better not. I wasn't going to mess around with that one. So how are we going to get a peek inside?
Perhaps your lady friend.
Lady Piermont? Well, she has many.
Who said anything about subtle? No, excuse me, but your...
That wouldn't make any sense. That would... That was all... I'd better not...
Oi, Yank! I can hear you on those.
Sorry. If I was going to take a look up there, I'd have to do something about those... That was... Wow, an old Bofson Wang stereo. I hadn't seen... The record had stopped. It was Jasmine... I turned the volume up a few notches. Hobbs seemed to have a thing for 70s psych... It was locked. I'd... It was locked. Nope. That would work.
Oh, you! Get down from there. You'll trip the power in the whole building if you're not careful.
Blowing the power would certainly have distracted, but the elevator alone wasn't going to trip the whole. A word, if I may. Lady Piermont, we need your help.
How thrilling! What do you need? Subterfuge? Oh, but... Is this good?
Perfect. Now, it was one of Impressionists. Well, it was, but it did appear to be a study for an element of the painting, the orable. There was something different about the image in the center. I figured the sketch might...
What the heck are you doing with those? They're private paper.
Huh?
Well, that was fun. Just like when you were a private dick.
So, you're not models?
No, Mr. Hop.
Well, you can't be a copper. You're not... So what the blazes are you doing?
We're investigating the theft of a painting. One of these sketches is a study...
Well, sure, but what's that got to do with that? I've got nought to do with what happened after that painting left this studio. How was I to know it was going to get Henri killed?
Hang on a second. How do you know Henri's dead?
Look, he and I went back a long way. Le Lézard Bleu was on the ropes, so I got the painting into his exhibition. Nothing like this was supposed to happen.
We're not accusing you of anything, Mr. Hobbs. We just want to get to the bottom of this.
I get that, and I'll help you however I can. But this
We have reason to believe that Madovsky is mixed up in the theft of La Maledicción.
Eh? What would he gain from stealing his own painting?
We have strong evidence that Madovsky is not the real owner.
You'll have a hard time proving that. Medovsky has a full set of provenances for the painting. It traces its legitimate ownership all the way back to the painter.
Well, why didn't Madovsky mention them?
Because they're not with him. Henri's got them.
And
So ask his partner.
Lane?
Lane, yeah, Lane. Look, pal, you're wasting your time looking for conspiracies here. And you're wasting my time if you're not actually going to get named. Go get the provenance from Lane, and everything will turn out.
But it also puts Marquez's story into question.
Not my problem, darling. Now both of you, get lost. I've got a painting to finish.
And we have a critic to interrogate.
Someone's lying, but who?
Is it the gangster or the old Spaniard?
The painter or the art critic?
I need to head back for Nave's...
What about the evidence from Medovsky's house?
I think I should. And I can put the squeeze on Lane. Ask...
Good. I've got lunch with Ronnie tomorrow. This story is hotting up, and
Taxi?
Here I was again at the crime scene. Inside the gallery, I could see Nave preparing for the reconstruction, no doubt. Nico and I had a good idea who the killer was. Now all we had to do was persuade...
Sir, I already tried starting it up. I think it's broken.
Nonsense, Moo. This machine has the power of 10 investigators.
But investigators never fail to start up, sir.
Your pessimism is duly noted, Moo. But have faith. This machine will analyze the scene, compute the data, and deduce. The location of the second shooter will be a mystery. One moment.
A marvel indeed, sir. Though at the moment, it is Kupu.
Your pessimism has obviously Let me...
If I could just...
Shh! Eh bien, Moo, now try realigning the...
Sir, I have...
Move over, Moo. Now, let me see. Oscillating reverberator. Check. Refraction. Now. Ah, Monsieur Stobart, it's only you. Glad.
Inspector, I've got some good...
Oh, yes?
I think I know who the killer is.
Really?
Yep, he's a gardener called Shear.
Fascinating.
We don't need to do your reconstruction.
You joke with me.
It's not a joke. This guy Shears was working. It's all part of a highly complex fraud.
Gardeners. KGB. And I have no time for fantasy. Reality is my... Now, stand over there and keep out of trouble.
Well, who are we waiting for?
Mademoiselle Collard and Father Simeon. Please, I am... Ah, Moo, a clever choice. But no cigar for you. Try the red.
Mon Dieu!
That was where La Malédiction... If I pulled the plug out, I'd just get Nave even more worked up. I decided to bide my time and wait for the right...
Monsieur Stobart, please remain...
Lane.
Stop.
What do you think of now?
The man... I have better things to do than wait for these idiots to get their The only silver lining is that now...
What's the deal with that device over there?
It's a farce. They've been trying to get it working.
Looks like something out of a 50s sci-fi movie.
It probably is.
I gather you're the man to ask about the problem.
For La Malédiction? Well, you have been busy.
I'd like to see it.
So speak to Bijou. She took care... The provenance is in the office safe.
Lane was a pushover when you had him cornered. Though it looked like Bijou hadn't been completely honest with me after all. I needed to pay her another visit. What do you think of Moo?
Who?
The policeman with no...
I assume he's another...
Why's that?
I believe one can tell them...
I'll bear that in mind. Okay, thanks.
Yes, Moo, I was just about to do it. Moo, what have you done?
Pardon me, sir, but I believe it was you who...
This is no time for blame. You have...
Mon Dieu.
If I pulled the plug out, I'd just get Nave even more worked up. I decided to bide my time and wait for the right...
Stubborn. Monsieur Stobart, you will not leave until...
But I...
This is a reconstruction. You will remain here.
Okay. I considered making a run for it, but forcing Moo to chase me would have been cruel. And it would have been silly to risk my investigation. Better to play along with Nave and get the reconstruction over as quick. Inspector Nave. What seems to be the...
Monsieur Stobart, if Paris' finest cannot get this very expensive and very complex machine, then I doubt if an insurance sale...
I'm an insurance assessor.
Oh, I see. Well, la-di-da to you, monsieur.
Oh, yeah? Well, la-di-da to you back.
Whatever. You are neither qualified nor clever enough to...
Like us.
What was that, Moo?
I said,
Have you been a detective?
Long and
You've solved a lot of crime.
more than you have had hot dinners.
Well, I've had a lot of hot dinners, Inspector.
Oh, yes? How many?
What?
Precisely how many hot dinners have you had, monsieur?
I don't...
You prove my point for me, monsieur. Precision and accuracy are everything.
You truly are a unique and amazing...
Oh, I'm glad you are impressed.
I was sure I could get the... If I could just get Nave... It was pointless trying to get a closer look at them. It was Excuse me.
please, monsieur.
Can I ask you...
If you...
Is Nave a good detective?
He's as good as...
You light on your feet?
Do I look like a...
What does it do?
Your guess is as good as...
Okay, thanks. The poster looked old. Just 90,000 for this one. That was where La Maledic... The gap where La Malediccio... It was better not to try to enter the office. I had to hurry up and get out of there, not waste time discussing everything I ever picked up. Hobbs had sketched the Ouroboros, but I didn't remember seeing that face. The Ouroboros was dead, but in its center was a... Hobbs had either taken or he'd found... I could hear the little fella scuttling around in there. That wasn't... Matches all... Whiskey. A paperclip from the Vera... The letter mentioned a guy called Medovsky. Inspector Nave. I know this sounds obvious, but are you sure it's plugged in?
Monsieur Stobart, do you really think I would be so stupid as to not check the fundamentals?
We all make mistakes.
What a ridiculous... Look! Ah.
Do you need assist? Very fun.
One moment.
That got rid of him. Now is my chance. I was going to have to figure that out quickly. Time to get the show on the road.
See, Moo? I knew.
I'm not sure that...
Precisely. You knew my superior intellect would win.
Yes, sir. Sir, I beg your pardon, but I think that... Go. We have no victim. Go. No, sir.
Ah, yes. I see. I, of course, foresaw this. And
Me? Well, I'm not dead.
have you ever acted, Monsieur Stobart?
Well, I don't like to blow my own trumpet, but I went down a storm playing the lead in Cat...
Hmm. You played the cat?
no.
So, not the lead. Half-truths again, monsieur. Nevertheless, here is...
But he looks nothing like the...
Oh, damn it, Moo. Must you find problems? Let me think.
Relying on Nave's problem-solving skills could mean a long, long wait. I had to find something to make me more like Henri. I'll have a look around. Maybe I'll find something.
Yes, you do that. Very... Ah, you have arrived at last. Please, make yourselves comfortable. We are just making some last-minute...
Father Simeon? Nick,
Hi, George.
welcome to this...
Let me guess. Nave is overjoyed we've solved the case and is...
not quite. I told him about Shears and Medov...
But that's...
Tell me about it.
So what do we do?
Carry on anyway, and nail Medovsky.
What about...
Ignore him.
And this charade?
The reconstruction? Well,
George, what on earth is...
it's Nave's baby. Supposedly, it's going to analyze the crime scene and tell us what happened.
But we already know what happened.
Sure we do.
Quiet, please! How can I concentrate?
Lane was right. Nave was an idiot. I decided to leave. The machine had been fixed and I didn't want to stay longer. the best place to find Henri's things. Thankfully, there was no one around. Very. I wasn't going to open the safe. I was fairly sure that even Henri wouldn't be silly enough to keep it hidden in the office. Using a paperclip to pick this lock would have been... Even Houdini would have had a hard time opening this safe with a coin. The desk was covered with... and none of it was... On the head of the statue was a pair of... Maybe, just maybe. It was the pair of glasses I'd taken. I've found all...
Stole or found? Never mind. Come on, everyone, into position. I want everyone...
This process is ridiculous.
God moves in mysterious ways, Father.
Indeed. And the devil makes work...
Shh! Stobart, you are supposed to be dead. Please be dead more quietly.
I tried to tell Navet the truth about his bloodstain.
Didn't he believe you? You're a man of God.
His faith is in science, Mr. Stobart, not God.
Father?
Yes, my...
You keep talking about the Gnostics. Who are they?
They are a cult. A warped branch of Christianity that reveres Lucifer as equal to, or perhaps greater than, God.
I can see how that might trouble the Vatican.
The Vatican is the least of your worries. Please be quiet! Monsieur Stubble,
Yes, Inspector?
you are
I just wanted to show Father Simeon.
Well, don't. You are the dead. They do not, and they certainly do not fiddle. So, please, stay in car.
Navet wasn't going to let me show the... But that wouldn't stop me talking. Last time we met, you said the stolen painting was evil.
Let me explain. I'm a Dominican, Mr. Stobart.
Why?
Because heresy...
Okay.
For 1,000 years we have fought against heresy. Dominicanis, Dominican, you see?
Very clever.
Now this painting, the Benedictio,
Whoa, hold on. How can...
because it is filled with Gnostic imagery,
What kind of imagery?
evil imagery. The Ouroboros, the snake eating its tail.
So you think the painting...
It trails murder in its wake.
And murder is police work, monsieur.
The Ouroboros. What exactly?
It is a Gnostic symbol. It marks something. There are trees illustrated. They symbolize knowledge. So the painting must be destroyed to stop this knowledge.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. That is the only 36 more to do. Please remain in position while we reset the machine. You may relax.
Who are these false saints?
Gnostic saints, not beat. They question orthodox, lure the unwary down dark paths of forbidden knowledge, and condemn innocent souls to the fire.
You mean like a Black Sabbath album? Do you think the machine will give the inspector some insight into...
He will find the answers he seeks, but this was no ordinary.
Do you think Inspector Nave will ever figure this?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, neither is he by the looks of it. Take a look at this.
That is of no interest. Vade retro satana.
What's the matter?
It is worse than I thought.
What is it? It's just a sketch.
Not just a sketch.
I wondered if it was something I'd said.
I have to get out of here. Now.
Father Simeon, I forbid.
Don't you understand? The painting is evil. The heretical Gnostic, the devil. Don't you understand? The tabula veritatis, the tablet of...
Well, well, someone is upset. Pressing your witnesses a little too hard.
And you are?
Richard Langham, Interpol, serious art theft. We spoke on the...
Ah, yes, sir.
What exactly is...
A little invention of mine, Monsieur Langham. It will...
Not to worry, Inspector. Perhaps you could move aside? I'm intrigued to see...
Ah, of course.
Pizza box. It looks like your suspect was a Hawaiian.
A Hawaiian?
Mon Dieu. Mo! Get onto the... There is a surf killer on the loose. Alert!
Sorry, Inspector. I mean, Hawaiian pizza. Your blood's...
Pizza? Mo! You fool! Forget the surf shops. Get onto the Italian embassy. This has mafia written all over it.
Nah, Inspector, if you don't mind, I'd like to speak to your... And in the meantime, perhaps you should try and get your priest back. Madame Collard, Mr. Stobart, I assume. Can I...
Langham sounded a little more on the ball. Maybe he'd bring a dose of common sense to the case.
So, Inspector Nave brought me up to speed and told me about you guys.
I can guess what he said. But what's your interest in the robbery?
I've been tracking a gang of art thieves for some time, and this looked like a good lead. But Nave is worse than useless. I was hoping you might be able to help.
We're flattered.
Just doing our jobs.
We all are, or at least trying to. So, maybe we can help each other. I gather you insured the exhibition.
That's right, and we're liable to lose a packet.
Any leads so far?
Maybe. There's a Russian guy called Madovsky who turns out to be the owner of the painting.
Madovsky?
You know him?
Oligarch, oil, art, aluminium. Ex-KGB. You need to be careful. Madovsky's dangerous. He kills anyone who gets in his way.
For a cop, Langham seemed okay. Trouble with doing deals with cops, there's usually a payback down. But I figured that'd be a price worth paying to bring down Medovsky. We found evidence that links Medovsky to the company that installed the security at the gallery.
And one of his men, guy called Shears.
We also found a letter from someone called Gainan wanting to buy the...
Gainan? The name rings a bell.
No, we were in a hurry.
What about the priest?
Ah, the good Father Simeon. Well,
So I gather.
he kept saying La Maledizio was evil.
Perhaps he's right. It certainly... I'll take leads from anyone, Mr. Stobart, even a crazy priest. Let's keep in touch. Coffee's on me, or rather, on Interpol. Miss Collard, Mr. Stobart.
So, George, what do you think?
Interesting. He seems to be on top of things.
I agree.
You know, Nico, this could start getting dangerous.
You think Langham's right about Medo?
Well, he appears to be on the ball.
I thought he was cute.
He was English, Nico. They're all cute to
He...
Oh, yeah? What about my hidden depth?
You showed me those long ago, George. Well, I'm off home to write up the story so far.
I need to pay Bijou another visit. She's not been... Bijou had told me she didn't have anything to do with the business. But Lane said the opposite. One of them was lying. Bijou, it's George again. The air was heavy with incense and alcohol. Reminded me of the old alma mater. What happened?
George, please help me. Oh, help me.
What's wrong, Bijou?
I can't play our song. I've lost Henri and now
You mean the record?
I stumbled and trod on it by mistake.
What song was it?
I'm lost without
The name?
Jasmine.
I'll see what I can do. Lane tells me you've got the provenance.
Oh dear, my head is...
Bijou, I need...
All the papers are in the safe. In the gallery.
Bijou, where's the key?
Henri? You're not Henri.
Could I borrow that?
Oh, I need my tune.
I couldn't get any sense out of her in that state.
Please help.
Bijou's favorite... There was no... I arrived back at the show.
Hey, Bassam, how's...
Good to see you, George. Gotta say, the new branding's hitting the demographic.
Sold anything?
This is a soft market, George. Look to the margins. Look to the margins.
What's your latest bargain?
Bargain? I prefer... Look at the store.
Any other bargains?
Got a batch of phone.
Let me guess.
Got it in...
Thank you.
The Vera's shutters were down again. The police... I had a closer look at Bassam's...
Check it out. I've had quite a stock of...
They looked interesting. A stack of those cards that... They looked interesting. A stack of those...
George!
Does one of your cards play the song Jack?
Sounds familiar. I think that's by the Hairy Love.
Bassam certainly knew his stock.
Aha! Here it is.
How much?
It's yours. If you mention my shop to three...
Done. Thanks.
Thank you. The door was locked.
Bijou, it's George.
Bijou's favorite... Bijou... Bijou...
How about this card? It plays the tune.
How so? Oh, how wonderful! Dance with me, Henri.
Bijou?
Henri? Oh,
Is that better?
yes. I want to dance.
Can I have the key?
Henri, is that you?
I'd have more luck persuading her if I looked like Henri.
Look, Bijou, I brought Henri's glass.
Oh, Henri, what?
About the price.
No talking, sweet.
She only wanted Henri. Short of a seance, what could I... I didn't think there was... Bijou wasn't in any state to make...
Does this smell good?
Henri, is that you, my...
She'd had enough to drink already. I didn't think... Bijou wasn't in any... I didn't think... Bijou...
Oh, Henri.
The small stuffed dog had pride. Its little face reminded me of Henri. Its coat even matched. Some dogs really... That would be point. I found myself at Bijou's well-equipped. A picture of Henri. I daubed some rouge on my cheeks. I didn't want it on my eyes, but perhaps my hair was now the same color as Henri's. Time to bring Henri back. Henri had more. I needed a brown. I grabbed a strip. Hairbrush. Bijou used a pungent flower. My eyes definitely need. My mouth, sadly devoid of facial. My eyes definitely. I added Henri's. I looked more and more like a gallery owner. Getting there, but I needed a little more. I needed to flower power my outfit. Ah, breath. I cleaned my face before getting up. Sorry, little fella. I'll see you in Rio. Looking. Henri had more. I needed a. With my mouth firmly closed, I added the wax. Instant goatee. Getting there, but I needed a little more. It was hard to see the. It was the pair of glasses I'd taken from. I added on. I looked more and more like. I needed to. I added Henri's Brett to my disguise. Made my eyes water. Getting there, but I. Henri and I had a similar build, but how could I disguise my classic Stobart good look? For starters, I needed to flower power. How about a little boot? Lots of cotton buds. Hairbrush. I once painted my toenails with my mother. Still not sure why that made her cry so much. I looked nothing like Henri. I decided to clean my... Instant goatee. Henri's... It was working, but I needed something else. It was hard to see the color. My hair was already covered. I added on. I looked more and more like a gallery owner. I needed to. I added on. It was working, but I needed something else. I added. I looked. Getting there, but Henri had. I needed a brand. Instant go. It was Henri's. I needed. I wondered if red was my color. I cleaned my face. Henri looked very much at. Stealing a flower from a corpse. It was working. Henri had. I needed a brown. I added. I need. Instant goatee. It was working. I added Henri's flower to. The jasmine definitely gave me that perfect hippie vibe. Looking good. I added Henri's Brett to my disguise. That wasn't working. I added. I looked. Getting there. Henri. I needed. It was working, but I needed to flower power. Instant. Getting there. I added Henri's. The jasmine. It was working, but I needed. I added Henri's Brett to. There. As I looked into the mirror, I saw
Henri, there you are, you naughty boy.
with pleasure.
Oh, Henri, isn't this wonderful? Just like old times.
She got my head in a spin. Listen, babe, do you think
Bijou, darling, I need the safe key. Do you have it?
Of course. Didn't I promise? Here it is, sweetie.
you in? She's so cool, she's pure adrenaline.
Better let her sleep. I had the key. And besides, I wanted to get my hands on that letter of provenance. I was surprised to see Father Simeon at the cafe.
George, a moment, if you please.
Is everything all right?
No, my son. Great evil is up. That sketch you showed me in the gallery, the study from La Maledictio. It showed an image hidden inside the Ouroboros, a dangerous image.
Dangerous?
The symbol represents a heresy, an object that the Gnostics call... It is a tablet of lies.
Tell me more about this tablet.
It is an artifact capable of It was smuggled out of the Holy Land millennia ago and brought to Europe by... In 1209, the Church launched a glorious crusade in the Cathar. We wiped out almost all the Cathars, and my order, the Dominicans, were formed at that time to seek out, but we failed in our primary objective. We did not find. We presumed it lost, but...
How is La Maledictio?
I believe it contains clues that point... Clues constructed. If someone were to decrypt the painting and find the tablet, who knows what evil would...
So, you're suggesting that this image of the tabula...
It is obvious now. And the tree it contained symbol...
Were the Cathars all killed?
All that came forward to fight, but like a weed, their roots were deep.
I still don't get why the Gnostics are...
They see God as simply the creator of the... and revere Lucifer as the lord of the spiritual...
Wow. What's so terrible about this tablet? What...
Like Lucifer himself, the Gnostics could be anywhere. We must talk somewhere more private.
Thank you, Father. That...
Be careful. Guard this knowledge.
Please excuse me, I
will remain here. I have more I must tell you.
I had to get into the gallery and find out. But I was really looking forward to hearing what else Father Simeon had to tell me. I've always... The door was locked. Time to look in the safe. That wouldn't make any sense. I opened the I needed to take... A note was attached to the front. It read, Cherie. Now why would Hobbes be sending romantic... That had to... It clearly stated that Medovsky was the owner, but I'd learned never to take things at face value. I had to take a closer look at this. At first glance, the provenance looked authentic, but something... That wouldn't help explain why. The handwritten note read, Cherie, this should do... Seemed like Hobbes and Bijou were... That wouldn't help explain why the provenance. That wouldn't help explain. That wouldn't help explain why the problem. That wouldn't help. That wouldn't help. That wouldn't help. The sketch was drawn on similar paper to the provenance. The coffee cup stains matched exactly, as did the tear. The provenance, it was a fake, which meant Medovsky wasn't. I had to get out there and find out what happened. The glass was reinforced for sure. I wouldn't be able to smash it, and it wasn't. But there had to be a way. The bottle would have broken. Nope, I needed to. Henri had piled. At the very back was a poster featuring a dystopian. I needed a. That was almost. The desk was covered with all. A 1600. The glass was quite thick. The keys wouldn't have even scratched. It was a battered. The glass was toughened. Coin wouldn't mark it. I needed. I opened the. The ring had an inscription: Henri and Bijou forever. I had a feeling the ring would be useful. The diamond ring was just what I needed. Father?
No sticks. You must.
Who did this, Simeon?
Don't let them. The tablet.
Those were his last words. First Henri, now Simeon. Who was behind it? Simeon had been carrying a scan of an old manuscript with a covering note. Both were written in Latin. It was a photocopy of, although a bit rusty, my Latin. It read, "And thus spoke the accused. In this ritual we find..." Clad in blue, the perfecti take the form of the and look towards the rising sun. Clad in green, the credentes look the other way, towards the setting sun. And all shall know that the light of knowledge, for thus was the light of Eden, both blue, intertwined with the light of pure light, white light. Pure light will win. So it was written in the old text, affirmed by the tabula, and these were the accused's last words. It was powerful stuff. I wondered how it connected to La Maledicción. The illustration showed a group of colored figures engaged in some. The blue and green figures appeared to be in control. The crowd in the foreground were colored. I guessed it was a representation. The third passage read, pure light, white, pure, so it affirmed. And these, interesting. There was more about light, and somehow Simeon would have known what it all meant, but unfortunately, I had the note read, the Tabula Veritatis, the Inquisition into Heretical Depravity by Nicholas Emmerich, A.D. Scan attached. The note was signed by the vice priest. Simeon must have done some digging after he recognized the symbol.
My God, what have you done?
Huh? I know this looks like
you've been caught red-handed?
Excuse me.
Josh, something terrible.
Nico, hang on. Lane, it's not what it looks.
Murdering a priest, Stobart?
It's a simple misunderstanding. Look. Nico!
In here. Oh, hi, George.
I thought you were being attacked.
When I arrived, there was someone here. He rushed me.
Did you get a look at him?
No.
What a mess. This
I don't know. He must... or dead.
Not another kill.
What do you mean?
I just came from the gallery.
My God.
I don't know. But before he died, he begged me to stop the knock.
The devil? Whoever's...
Okay, but who? Simeon and Marquez were both attacked at the same time.
I don't know. But whoever came here was looking... I'm going to clean up. I'll be...
Okay, I'll take a look around. There was still quite a blood. I really hope that There'd clearly been a struggle. Marquez... I spotted something in the mess. It was Marquez's... Marquez wouldn't have intentionally left the photo behind. The chair had been knocked, but there was something. It was Mark. The sofa was but there was something. It was one of the photographs that Nico had taken during the robbery. It showed a section of La Maledicción. Marquez had written on it. Marquez had scribbled the word "sans" across the photograph. I wonder what he meant. Marquez had circled one of the figures. I wondered if he was identified. Back in Bible class, Judas was definitely one of the bad. Marquez had circled one of the... That had to mean Mary Magdalene.
Hey, George,
Marquez's medallion. And one of your photos of the robber. Marquez scribbled all. Simeon must have been right. The painting is some.
we should... Hold on. Hello?
This is it. I am looking for the American.
Yes?
Mon Dieu, stay calm, madame.
In my neighbor's apartment.
Do not worry. I am just mon...
But he seems so charming.
Trust me, madame. The leopard never changes it.
That was Nave.
Lane saw me with Simeon's body. He set me up for sure.
Well, Nave's on his way, and he'll be here and...
We have to go, Nico.
Down the back stairs. We'll go through...
Ah, there you are. Right on time.
Sorry, Fleur, but we can't stop.
Suit yourself.
Damn it. Sergeant Moo is outside the door. He's talking to someone.
Oh, no, it's Adam.
Who?
My neighbor.
Ah, the pug lover with the track.
That's the...
Hey, Fleur. You were expecting.
30 more seconds and you would have been caught. Charged with the murder of...
Whoa.
News travels fast through the ether, Georges. Take this.
What do I do with a ball of yarn? Bribe Moo with a nice Aran sweater?
You will find the way. Now, excuse me. I think it's time...
Oh, hi, Adam.
Hi, Nico. They say I can't go up to my apartment.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I wonder why. Yeah, I'm George.
Adam, I live in the...
I know. Yeah, I'm...
Fleur, can I sit here for a while until the police let me back in?
By all means.
So what now?
You take a look around. I'll see if...